Our filter's dirty. Check this out. Yeah. It's pretty dirty, you could say. Let's give it a little go with the old vacuum. Got the motor oil draining. About to put in some of this Castrol HD. Heavy duty. SAE 30, that's all that matters there. And then about to put it in this boy right here. That's all there is to it. Look at it. Not too much. And a grasshopper just jumped in there. Watch it. Watch yourself. Little grasshopper. That's probably not even a cork. Yep. On this thing. And always take the spark plug cover off when you're working on it so it doesn't like any way turn on. That's just a safety precaution I found. And then I figured while I'm doing it, I'd go ahead and take it apart, this carburetor here. And so first thing I did was I looked at this side deal. I thought that's how you get to it, but apparently not. I think this is the muffler or something, but I hammered up these two pins with a screwdriver, basically, and then used a 10mm on that to get it off here. And there's the gaskets and stuff here, taken off. And now I just took this cover off here on the top of the engine with these two Phillips heads, and it's attached to this table here, so I just put it to the side. It'll be alright. And I went ahead and cleaned up the filter as you saw. I'm taking this apart just in case, like I said. And so now I can start diving into this thing and show you how I think about taking apart stuff here. I'm getting my hands a little dirty. I'm going to take apart this spark plug, but actually no, I'm going to do that first before I unbolt these, just in case. I'm going to take this out. Alright, I got me a 13/16 socket here, the big size, and just look at how loose this is here, about like that. On a lawnmower, it's not as tight as a car. And you know, I did it by a ratchet first. It's kind of too tight to loosen by hand, but after that, I'm gonna stop using my ratchet and just gonna be very careful not to use a ratchet there. And as you can see, electrode is good. That was changed last year. So I'm just gonna set that carefully over here on that shop towel. Oh, also the iridium electrode right here, the white part basically, it's not cracked, so that's good. And just here's the socket. You can see that rubber thing inside to protect it there. So I got the spark plug out. I put a little shop towel there in the exhaust so I wouldn't get dirt or anything in it. It'll probably blow it out anyway, but just a precaution. And now I'm gonna go ahead and attempt. I've never loosened these bolts before, so I'm gonna get my ratchet with the, I think actually this is 11mm. Yeah, 11. Actually these are 12s, so I thought they were 12s. But I'm gonna loosen these with the ratchet first and then use the impact here. Actually got a 13mm socket here, and I'm just gonna break it loose. It might have Loctite on it, so yep, they're tighter than I imagined. Ooh, pretty tight. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do that in a star pattern. So here, oop, can't see it. Okay, and I'm gonna do the rest of this off camera so I don't hit my hand here. Here comes the fun part. I'm going to keep them in this pattern here to remember how they went. So that's it. Check this out. This is so exciting here. As you can see here, danger. That's exactly what this is right here. This is the inside of the engine right here. This is the carburetor for you, folks. And check this guy out right here. Look at that. 2 pistons right there and 1 big piston right here. That is too cool. Actually, sorry. This is, let me give you the point. I just figured this out myself. Actually, this is the only piston there is right here, which is actually surprisingly big for a lawnmower. I can't believe that. And this should be, man, you can't see it in the light here, but trust me, I'm pointing to, let's see if I can, let me get better focus here before I talk about it. There we go. So this is, you still can't see it at all, it's black. Okay, if you can see it, this is the exhaust port and this is the intake right here, which the exhaust just goes from here to here. It's not that far, honestly. And so the intake, I'm guessing, wraps around all the way here because this is the air filter. That is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna spray this out right here with throttle body cleaner. Figured out how this 2-stroke engine works. Since this is the exhaust, as I said earlier, and it goes out here, this has to be basically the intake, or not really the intake, but the air input, I guess. So it gets, the fuel gets injected before that valve somewhere over here, and then the fuel and air mix, and I think oil mix actually, goes in here. And that's the piston, you know, the oil lubricates it, I think. Unless the oil gets, no, the oil is probably behind this. And then, and it all goes out here. That's it. Kind of a waste. I'll just mow your grass to spin this blade and mow your grass. But anyway, that's how it works. And then if we go back, and there's a piece of, anyway, if we go back over here to this plate design, you can still see it. How the piston drives up here. When it's at full compression, the piston is down here and it pushes the gas here, and one of the valves will open, right? So it'll always push down, and whichever one opens determines which, you know, where the air will flow. So down here we discussed, this was the exhaust and this was the intake, so that'll open up for exhaust and it'll go out. And the intake will open and it'll dispense it. And then this part right here is the spark plug, you know. So that's really interesting. It actually combusts. It doesn't even combust inside the cylinder, which is super strange. So at full compression, which is where you want spark, all the gas is actually in here. These valves are both shut, actually. And so it's super compressed all in this area. So if you think that cylinder is, you know, this is the whole cylinder, and it's like all that air is compressed in this spot, and then the spark detonates, boom, and this stuff forces it, boom, back. The piston goes back, which is very, this can't be the most efficient design. It can't be, because it seems like the area should be smaller, so I think that should be moved a little over. But what do I know? Anyway, I'm just gonna clean this here, and I figured out the plastic scraper works fantastic. Just look at this coming off, all this carbon, right, clean. And I'm not putting any pressure on it because I'm doing this one-handed, but as you can see right here, it's just coming off here. So that's how you clean it. Alright, ladies and gents, put that lawnmower back together. Yeah, this won't work either. Alright, this is the ticker right here, a brass windshield scraper. Doesn't scratch the metal, watch. Get the full section off here. that's gone. Now I use a Scotch-Brite pad. No scraping. See there? All that is just, that's not scraping, it's just fine little particles of carbon there. That's the ticket. So here's the after with all the carbon on it. And as much as I hate engine cleaners and stuff, this seafoam stuff works great. Watch. And I actually messed around with it with these Scotch-Brite pads, and it works way better than throttle body cleaner. I'll tell you that. Look at that. That actually works. It works great at getting the little particles down. So that's actually proof that seafoam's pretty good. See, it just got that little speck down a little. See? Pretty good. Okay, here's the no muffler mower. Alright, here it is with the muffler back on.